Hey, everybody. Listen, you already know what it is. It is Wednesday, which means it is all things warrior womanhood. And you know what day it is too? It's podcast day, y'all. Yes. I love me a good podcast. Shoot, we get to talking and we get to learning and we get to sharing, right? And then at the end, somebody is freed because it's something that we have shared on the podcast. Amen. So I am really excited to be here on today. Listen, we have the podcast happening. That later tonight, we got the Soul Care Success Series. Listen, it's going to be all things great for Wednesdays. Y'all need to lock Wednesdays in your calendar and just put all things warrior womanhood because you know what I'm saying? We get it in. We keep it real. We keep it raw and we keep it relatable. Amen, somebody? So listen, this is the Warrior Woman podcast where we talk all things soul care. And so I always like to give a little definition of how I define soul care so that you have an understanding of what we're talking about and why we're talking about it. So soul care, if I could put it in a word picture, right? And I think I explain this every week, but just in case we have new listeners, soul care is more like the in-depth work that you would do. So imagine you sustain a shoulder injury, excuse me, and it is causing you like you can't lift things, you can barely lift it, you can't really reach, you can't really stretch. It's impairing you in some way, and you've tried all the things, right, to try to do it on your own to heal it. And you finally get to the doctor and they say, you know what, this is actually going to require surgery. We're going to have to actually open it up, look at the muscles, look at what damage is done, see what needs to be replaced or repaired, or fixed in some way. And then once we do that, we'll heal it and then we'll seal it. Yes. And so soul care is when we actually go in to actually look at the root, at the core of what it is that's restricting us or stopping us from showing up fully as we should be. And what I define self-care is self-care would have been all the things you would have done to prevent the injury from happening, and then all the things you would do to prevent re-injury from happening. But soul care is where we actually go in because you've tried in your own strength to fix it and you can't. And so soul care requires you to go a deeper step, take a deeper look, and really dig out the things that are not serving you any longer. And so this podcast serves as an opportunity to not just hear from me. It's an opportunity to hear from other women who are going through their own soul care journey and how they define it. Because I believe that when you hear another woman's voice, another woman's journey, you find yourself